Watch how to make the most delicious okra stew recipe. So yummy, and you can eat it with fufu. This is a Ghanaian okra stew. It is not peculiar to the Nigerian people, but I am making it right here from Nigeria. So watch and see how it turns out. It is so delicious. Hello everyone, welcome back to Modesty Kitchen. So here are the ingredients. I have my fresh okra, and I have tatashe. You can use bell peppers. I have onions. I have scotch bonnet. I have cow skin, which we call momo, and mala fish, smoked fish. And also you can use any protein of your choice. You can use beef, you can use goat's meat, you can use chicken, you can use mackerel fish, titus fish, any fish of your choice. So I'm going to blend the bell peppers. This is tatashe, but you can use bell peppers like I said before. So I'm just going to call it bell peppers because tatashe is a Yoruba name for this kind of peppers. I don't know the English name. So it is very important to remove the seed for you to use these peppers for your okra stew, because the seed are big and they can't easily blend up, but it is not also advisable for you to be chewing on them. So try to remove as much seed from this pepper as possible. This is one of the low budget okra soup recipes I'm sharing on this channel. Yesterday I showed how to make low budget stew, low budget fried rice, even low budget jollof rice, because currently in Nigeria we are having financial issue, economic issue, and there is this cashless policy, and most of the market women have not adapted to the use of online banking and ATM card. So we're just still trying to manage the little cash that we can get. So once I remove all the seed from the peppers, I'm going to blend it. I'm going to show you guys everything in this video. For more ways or more okra soup recipes, I have a lot of okra soup recipes on this channel. I have how to make okra pepper soup, how to make low budget okra soup, how to make seafood okra soup, and a lot of okra soup recipes. So right now I just transferred everything into the blender, and it's this time to blend it. You can blend it as smooth as you can, and you can also adjust to the way your blender is. My blender is not that strong, but it is able to blend it to this consistency which I am looking for. So once it's blended, we go on to prep the other ingredients for this okra soup. So one thing about me is that I love eating, I love food, I love healthy food, and okra soup is one of the most healthy food that we have in Africa, because okra is a vegetable, and when you cook it you don't need to put too much ingredients that will increase the level of calories in the soup. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, and if you're an old subscriber, thank you for joining us. How do you always cook your okra soup? I would like to know your own recipe. Share with me your recipes in the comment section. Now you may as well know that you can use a food chopper or a food processor or even a blender to blend up your okra, but I just want it like this. I just like to cut it with my knife. You can also use a grater to grate the okra depending on you, but this one is just little quantity. Like I said, it's a low budget okra soup. It doesn't require a lot of ceremonies, a lot of activities, so it's just easy for me to just chop with my knife. I heard that some people can eat okra soup with rice. Is that true? Well, if you're the kind of person that love to eat okra and rice, this okra stew recipe is what you will need, because it is more like preparing a stew base and then adding the okra. So it tastes more of a stew than an okra soup, than the normal Nigerian okra soup that you are used to. This is different from the regular okra soup that you are used to. How do you like to prep your food? Do you like to prep all the ingredients before you start cooking, or you just start cooking and as you are cooking you are prepping the ingredients? Well, for me, sometimes if I am using beef that takes time to cook, I'll just season the beef and leave it on the stove on medium heat to be cooking while I'm preparing the okra. But in this case, I'm using cow skin. The cow skin is already soft, and I'm also using smoked fish which is already pre-cooked. So it is just a low budget okra soup, and it is very easy to make. It is cheap, and you can make this okra soup that you can eat it up to 3 to 5 times depending on the quantity and the amount of fufu that you're eating with this okra soup. If you have been seeing the trending okra and fufu mukbang videos that has been trending on the internet, especially on TikTok, a lot of foreigners, a lot of people from different cultures tend to try this our Nigerian okra soup and fufu mukbang, African okra soup recipes. A lot of people try to taste it and they absolutely love it. That is why I'm sharing this video for you. If you want to make a mukbang video or you want to make fufu and okra, try this okra stew recipe and give me your feedback. I would like to know your review. I'd like to know what it tasted like after you made it. Guys, I am almost done with the chopping of the okra now, just a little remaining. So after the okra, it's time for me to cut the cow skin. We call it pomo in Nigeria. So this cow skin is like taking a raw cow skin and then smoking it or drying it with high heat like smoke, and then after that it becomes cooked, and then you soak the dry cow skin in water for like overnight and it becomes this soft. So when cleaning it, ensure to scrape off the back of this momo. I already cleaned it before bringing it for this video, so I already cleaned it. Now I'm just cutting it into smaller pieces. Now this quantity, this size in my hand, this one I've not cut, is sold for 100 naira in the streets of Nigeria. If you're buying rice on the Nigerian street food, you can sell this quantity of momo or cow skin for 100 naira. That's how they sell it. But this one like this, I bought it for 400 naira. So basically it's like I'm making this okra stew recipe with less than 1000 naira. So delicious and tastes good. So my pot has been heated. I added a little palm oil. Allow the palm oil to get hot. As you can see, it's already hot. Then I added locust beans. That is iru. Locust beans is what we call iru in Yoruba language. So if you don't have it, you can skip that part. But if you have ogirigu or okpe, you can add. So that is the blended bell pepper. Remember, there is no tomatoes in this okra stew recipe. I don't like tomatoes in my soup, but the nice aroma from bell peppers from tatashe is just good enough, and it looks like as if I added tomato, but no, it is just bell peppers, scotch bonnet peppers, onions, and I blended it with a little amount of water. So I'm going to season it now. After that, I'm still going to leave it for the liquid to dry down properly. I just want everything to cook together so that it tastes really amazing, and it will have enough time for the ingredients to be cooked into the sauce. At the same time, I want to add the fish and the momo, the fish and the cow skin, so that the seasoning can enter, can penetrate deeply into the cow skin and the smoked fish. So if you are cooking your own, this is how you should cook it, unless you have pre-seasoned the cow skin or the fish that you are using. But if you haven't, this is the best way to allow your seasoning or your spices to penetrate into the protein that you are using. So after this stage now, I'm just going to cover it up and allow it to cook, allow all the liquid to dry down before adding the okra. So it's been some minutes. Don't mind my camera. Right now I'm about to add the okra. It has dried down very well, so it's time for me to add the okra into the base stew or stew base that I have prepared. Like I said before, you can use your blender to chop or to blend your okra. You can also use a food processor. You see how colorful and amazing this okra stew looks. It tastes exactly how it looks. Now for seasoning, I want you to know that you can adjust your seasoning based on the quantity of okra soup that you are cooking. If you're adding salt or mangi or crayfish, it shouldn't overshadow the taste or the quantity of your soup. Okay, so this is how it looks. This is a closer look. Be sure to make sure to combine. This is where the real work is when you're cooking this okra soup. Calm down and stir everything. Let the okra and the stew base and the meat and the fish, let everything mix together before allowing it to cook some more time. So it is ready now. It is ready. You can serve with fufu or rice depending on whichever one. You can use gari, you can use pounded yam, you can use semo, you can use plantain fufu, cassava fufu, even wheat fufu for this okra stew recipe. Looks amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. So guys, I want you to check out my other videos on Bodesty Kitchen. This is me cooking edikaikon. This is me making carrots and pineapple juice, and I also have made yam and pepper sauce. This is cucumber and pineapple juice. I also did some fruit mukbang videos for you guys. This is me frying turkey and a lot of amazing